Hey guys, hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel, and today is going to be my Blu Ray DVD collection for 2026 and Horror Part 1. Yep, we're getting into the horror section. It's one of my biggest genres ever. It's possibly bigger than my action section. Actually, just before I begin, I'm going to have a quick little sneaky peeky look. So. Got my phone. I'll have a look at my notes. So I just put my, I like to put everything on here. What have I got? So action is 126. Let's have a look. Ooh, not as big. Sorry. Horror is 118. So I got 118 horrors in my collection, which is actually a very big number, so it's slowly catching up. I'm hoping it catches it up soon. So, yeah. Horror for me, how I got started in horror. Well, I started this horror when I was 13, back when I was young, like teens. I know, I was a teenager. I sat down, and one of my best friends had Child's Play on DVD. Yeah, Chucky. I'll get to Chucky in a minute. And then okay, that was a good film, and he gave it to me. He just said, "Oh, you can have that." And I was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, he said, "Yeah," because he sort of outgrown it. So I started watching it at home, and I was like completely hooked on it. And for years, Chucky was my favorite killer. And then I got older, and then at the right age of 18, I started watching proper full-on horror with my neighbours next door. And I was away on holiday to America. I went to America for my 18th. And they said, well, as soon as you get back home from your holiday, you can come over ours and watch movies with us then. And I did that. And we started it with Wishmaster. I do have Wishmaster on DVD. And that was my sort of whole start as in the sort of a gory horror then. And then years and years later, it grew and grew, and that's it. It's not stopped. I still like horror. I still love the good old blood and gory horror. I'm more of a blood and gore kind of horror guy. I'm not big on like spooky ghost stories. Like, I'm not big on paranormal activity and but I do have my fair share. I'm not big on jump scary horror. So yeah. So anyway, enough jabbering. Let's get into this horror section. Any horror fans out there? And you're in for a good old spooky surprise. Anyway, let's go. So, starting off, we have 28 Days Later. Good film. Cillian Murphy. Noah Harris. Yeah, good film that from 2002. I'm going to try and not talk about each one of these. So, yeah, so 28 Days Later. 28 Weeks Later. Not seen the sequels yet to it because they did us 28 years later and then another 28 years later. Something, I can't remember the name of that one, but they did two. Well, yeah. I need to watch those soon. Addams Family, classic horror. Love this film. I watched this when I was young. It's not really a horror film. It's more like a comedy kind of film, but it's got like gothic horror elements in it. So yeah, good film. I used to love this when I was young. I had this on no, my auntie had this on video. I used to borrow videos back off my aunt and uncle years ago, and this was one of them. And I always had to give it back to them. And I was like, oh, and I didn't have the Addams Family on VHS when I was young. I was like, oh, I don't have it on video. And then a couple of years later, I got on Blu Ray. So I thought, oh, thank God. Good film. Very good film, that. And then we have the sequel, Addams Family Values. They did more Addams Family stuff, like Addams Family Reunion, the new Addams Family, which I never watched. And of course, now with the series Wednesday, which I absolutely love. I love Wednesday, the show on Netflix. It's come out on Blu Ray now. Well, it's been out for a while now on Blu Ray, but hopefully the second season comes out on Blu Ray hopefully soon. Don't know when, but there you go. Next up is Annabelle Creation. This is the sort of it is in the Conjuring universe, so this is pretty much I believe how this order goes in, it comes out before Annabelle. So I obviously the Nun came into this first, so I do have them. Yeah, classic, good film, that one, Annabelle Creation. That is from 2017. Candyman, classic, love Candyman. Another horror film I watched with my neighbours. Love this film. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. Candyman Day of the Dead. And then Candyman from 2021. Really love this film. I love the intro to this film. The intro and the song, completely mind-blowing. I love it. Love the soundtrack. I love the slipcase as well. Very yellow. Yeah, good film. Will they make any more? I don't know. I don't think they can now because he sadly passed away. The main Tony Todd sadly died. I was gutted when I found out he died. I was like, what? Seriously? Fucking hell. I was like, I would say I was upset, but I don't show emotion when a celebrity dies. It's like, oh, that's different. I think it's different for celebrity deaths, you know. But I mean, some people do have it. It hits them. If you're a fan of massive celebrities and you think, oh my god, they're gone, it really does hit you. But I'm surprised. I don't show emotion of, you know, it shock. I come out like a shocker. You know, if celebrities die, I'm like, oh. But, you know, I do cry. I do get emotion. Doesn't bother me at all. You have to get emotional every once in your life. Everyone does. So, yeah, sadly. But that's how it all goes. Anyway, okay, next we have Carrie, the original classic from 1976, Sissy Spacek, John Travolta, a very young John Travolta. This was done before Grease. He did this before Grease. He did this a year before Grease. Love this film. Casper? Talk about Chucky. We were just talking about this. Chucky, the complete collection. As I said at the intro of how I got into horror. I got the Chucky set, all the Chucky films, all in there, all 7. I don't know if they're going to do an 8th Chucky. I did not like the remake. I didn't like the remake. I thought that was shit. I thought that was horrible. But will they do another Chucky? I don't know. Obviously, they've done the series now. I need to get that. I need to get the series on DVD, on Blu-ray. I still haven't got that. Cockneys versus Zombies. Love that. Love that film. The Conjuring. Mentioned The Conjuring as well. The Conjuring 2. Love The Conjuring. This one features the Nun. Valak. The Nun. I actually dressed up as the Nun for Halloween a few years ago. I really enjoyed that. That was possibly I would say it was my favourite Halloween costume to date. So yeah, very good. I've done other stuff as well. I've done Herman Munster. I've done Pinhead. I did Pinhead. I got a mask in the cupboard, and I done Ghostface as well from Scream. So yeah, and I've done Chucky as well. Cujo, good film about a killer Saint Bernard. So not Beethoven. What's this? The Curse of Lana Runa. This is the... It's sort of in the Conjuring universe. I'm not particularly sure where it fits in though, but it is directed... Well, it's produced by James Wan. So, and... Did, what's his name? What's his name now? Nope. No, Lee Wennell's not mentioned on that. The one who created the Saw. Yeah, Curse of La Llorona. I'm going to say that is part of the Conjuring universe. Dead Silence. Speaking of Saw, from the creators of Saw. This is from James Wan and Lee Whannell, who wrote that. They come out with the story. So this was done, I'm trying to think, 2006. So around the time they were doing Saw 3, I'd say. Yeah, the Saw franchise came out one after the other. So I was like, oh, okay. The Dead Silence, good film. Like all about dolls. Like ventriloquist dolls. Very creepy. I liked it though, it was alright. Dead Snow. I like Dead Snow, it's a good film. I haven't seen the sequel though, I should watch that. Even though it's in Norwegian, doesn't bother me at all. Alright. Deep Blue Sea. Good film. Thomas Jane, Hello Cool J, Michael Rappaport. Good film. Stellan Skarsgård and Samuel Jackson. Doom. Love Doom. I don't know why they didn't do a sequel to that. I think I might have played the game, I can't remember. Escape Room. Very good film, this. I need to get the sequel to this. I did have... No, I don't have it. I should get the sequel. I need to get the sequel to this. I enjoyed the second one. Should get that. Next we have Fertile Ground. This is a very good horror. This is a very good horror. Another one that I watched with my neighbours. Very good film, that. For years, I was trying to figure out what was that film called that we watched years ago. As I texted my neighbour saying, do you remember a film we watched years ago and I really enjoyed it? And on the cover, it had a skull. And for years, I was like, films. I typed it on my laptop. I was like, film with a skeleton on the cover. And I couldn't find it for years. And then I finally got the name of it. And then my neighbours said to me, oh, it was Fertile Ground. And I was like, right. I had trouble remembering what was that film. Because I watched it, and it was years. It'd been years since I last watched it, but I'm glad I watched it again. And I really enjoyed it again the second time. And I've watched it more times ever since. Okay, next we have my Friday the 13th collection. Oh, I do have them all, so bear with. So, Friday the 13th. The one that started it all. Friday the 13th, Part 2. Part 2. Friday the 13th, Part 3. Part 4, The Final Chapter. Part 5, A New Beginning. So those out of order, I don't know more. Please don't fall. I beg you. Don't fall, please. Part 7, Jason Lives. Go play it safe. Part 7, The New Blood. Part 8, The New Blood. No, Jason Takes Manhattan, sorry. Jason Takes Manhattan, not The New Blood. The New Blood 7. Number 7. Jason Goes to Hell, Part 9. And then, to top it off, Jason X. Right. Right, let's make me... Right, I'm trying not to disappear off the camera. So, right, we're nearly done part 1 now, so let's get into this next pile. Halloween, John Carpenter. Classic, Jamie Lee Curtis. Love this film. Love it. The original. Halloween 2. No. Halloween 3. Not great, even though, because it doesn't feature Michael Madsen. Michael Madsen. Fucking hell. Oh, Michael Myers. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I don't know. Michael Myers isn't in this one, so it's not my favorite of the series. I need to get more. I need to get the rest of them. I need to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Possibly 10. I said there is 10, I don't know. But anyway. Okay, next we have the newest trilogy, I'm gonna call it. So we've got Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills from 2021, great film. I love this film. I love all the kills in this. This was brilliant. Fucking amazing. Love it. And then Halloween Ends. I'm not particularly sure what this is from, so it's an import. I don't know where it's from. But the disc is from over here. So I have to check which one is this. So it's Halloween Ends over here. But the cover, I think it's I'm not sure where this is from. I think this is I'm going to have to see where this is actually from, because it doesn't really, a saga. So I'm pretty sure it's Italian. I'm not sure. But good film. I like the Halloween franchise. Even though I need to grow it. See, with another franchise, I need to start this now. I need to start getting more of these. Hellraiser. Love the front cover on that. It's brilliant. Oh. Hocus Pocus. Classic. Love this film. Gotta watch this every year on Halloween. You gotta watch this every year. I watch this every year on Halloween. I didn't last year, though, which is a bit of a shame, and I should. Good film. Hostel. I love Hostel. I remember years ago watching it with my dad, and he was completely like, what the fuck is this? And he watched it all the way through, and he was completely like, oh my god. Because he thought it was porn. It is actually a sexual horror film. But, I mean, that's what they were there for. About these exchange students who go away to, I believe it's, where do they go in this one? Do they say where it goes? Some sort of American backpackers, and they backtrack in Europe, and so it's like it goes from a sexual thing to a blood and gore kind of fest. So I remember watching that with my dad, and he was like, what the bloody hell did you just make me watch? And I was like, it was a horror. You said you wanted to watch it. I don't think he wanted to, really. I'm not particularly sure. So he ended up not watching them again. Anyway, Hostel 2. Lovely female cast in there. And then, to top it off, Hostel 3. And they're the only ones they did. They didn't do any more. So, yeah. Right. Leprechaun. Love Leprechaun. Big fan. I've only seen 1, 2, and 3. So I need to watch number 4 and 5. I don't know why they didn't make Back to the Hood over here. They didn't bring it out over here, which is a bit of an odd thing. But, yeah. The Meg. Great film. Love The Meg. Jason Statham going up against a shark. What more can you ask for? Then The Meg 2. I haven't watched this yet. I haven't opened it. I have watched this in the cinema. I watched it in the cinema and I thought it was fantastic. Again, it was brilliant. Love it. Good film, that. Right. Megan. Megan 2.0. Great film. Will they do a third? Hopefully they do a third one. I think a third one's coming out soon. I don't know when. The Munsters. Great film. I love this film. Rob Zombie. I'm gonna say I would say I would be a big Rob fan now. I'm starting to listen to more of his music now, and I haven't got his latest album yet, so should get that. I want to try and get more into Rob Zombie and more sort of like gothic kind of films, you know. Yeah, good film though from Rob Zombie. The Munsters. I got the TV show on DVD. I'll talk about that when I do the TV section soon. Okay, next we have the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Oh, this franchise is brilliant, but my God, it's taking me ages to get through. I'm currently on... Which one am I on now? I get confused. Am I on the Dream Child now? Or am I on... I did the 4th one, didn't I? I think I'm on... I got a feeling I'm on number 5. I had this off one of my friends years ago. She was getting rid of her DVDs and she said, "Oh, do you fancy the Nightmare on Elm Street collection?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And she just gave it to me. And luckily enough, they all still play. So I think I lent it off her during the time. And she just gave it to me like, "Oh, here you are." Right, I think I am on... I think I'm on number 6, yeah. I'm on numbers. Lovely. I remember now I'm on number 6 because number 5 has the one where he's trying to force feed a dinner. So, yeah. That was a good scene. Love that. So I've got just 2 more to go for that. So that's the Nightmare on Elm Street set. Don't fall. And then for the hell of it, I also put Freddy vs. Jason in next to that. Reason being, simple. Freddy's name comes first in the title. So, yeah. I mean, if it was Jason versus Freddy, would have been in the Friday the 13th collection, but no, Freddy's name comes first. But good film. I would love to see another one of these. I would love to see like maybe a Chucky versus Jason, or Chucky versus Freddy, or whatever. But I don't really think they're going to do that. But yeah, good film though. Love me, Freddy and Jason. Who do I like more? I don't really know. I think that used to be like a head-to-head kind of thing, because they both come out in the 80s. So, yeah. The Nun. Great film. I love the Nun. Love it. I dressed up as Valak for Halloween, as I said before. Good film. Love the Nun. Right, nearly done now. We got No One Lives. Love that. The Omen trilogy. Love these films. This is my second copy of them because my other ones decided not to play on my player. Again, I don't know why. Why is that? I don't know. Good films, though. And for the final two, to end part one of horror, we end on The Orphan, or Orphan, an Orphan First Kill. So, these films are brilliant. I love these. They may be considered not horror, but I put them as a horror film. I put these in horror because they seem like a horror. They seem like horror. So, I mean, it even says on the case, The Omen with ringlets, a superior evil child horror. But it's not like she's not possessed or anything. She's got some sort of hormonal disorder to make it look like a child, and she's really a 33-year-old woman. Or in that one, she's a 33-year-old woman, and in this one, she's a 31, 32, 27. 1976, she says she was born in this film. So, yeah, really good films, The Orphans. So, yeah, and I got a feeling they're coming out with a third one, I think. This talks about third Orphan, so looking forward to that. So, there you go. That's part one of horror. So, I'll take a little break for now because I'm gonna need one after this. So yeah, I'll do part two sometime, maybe later. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching. It's been much appreciated. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. So ta-ra, bye.